Actually, I really struggled with making an online show because first I had an idea for a film, which I thought was one of the most daunting prospects ever. I was like, I cannot make a film. I'm not a filmmaker. I haven't learned the language. I enjoy cinema sometimes. And to be quite honest, I watch movies as though even though I'm in the business of performance, I watch movies like this, like a fully lay person kind of. Like, I don't have such a critical eye. I feel like a lot of my friends make fun of me in that sense. But of course, I know a nice piece of work when I see it. And suddenly the demands on us were to transfer to this online medium, and not just online medium, to now be able to replicate what we do on film. And this is an ongoing conversation. There is a hybrid form. There's a lot of question about access. There's many things around this. And I think this is something this is a conversation we're going to be having for years. So we should just accept that. I just had this moment while I was trying to script a film based on the poems. I mean, first here you have poetry that you want to make into a film. I mean, it's already very complicated. I felt like I was not equipped to do that. So I had a moment where I called Anmol and I said, I think I would like to perform live. And then I started writing the show very slowly, super unsatisfied, not understanding. And that anxiety was not unfounded. It was because suddenly we had to be outside of what we knew and still deliver in that sense, right? Because this is not even if it was not a commission, if I have chosen to do it on my own, there is a certain level of expectation that people have, but also that you have from yourself. If you've been working in the theatre for that many years, you want to be able to navigate a show without feeling like, oh my God, I'm going to fail completely. But I had this fear. However, the minute I entered the empty theatre space, everything was ready, it was feeling kind of okay. But the minute I entered the space, everything started to fall into place. And I had a brilliant team of people working with me. There was Medha, who was a production manager. There was Debusmita, who also managed a lot of the work. Nikhil Nagraj and Niranjan Gokhale, who does lights. And these people were just the reason that the show worked, actually speaking. Of course, there was the writing and the poetry, and we tried a lot of things with cameras and stuff. But these were the reasons, these were the people who made that composite picture that you see, but you only see me, but actually there's this composite picture that they're constantly maneuvering. And it's not like being on stage. It's different. I move through the space. I take you backstage. There's a lot of stuff that happens in the show. But I realized that the show was actually a bit of it was not a digital show, actually. It was, the proposition of the show was the loss of liveness, and I used the boxes on Zoom as a way to express that, to actually flesh that proposition out. So in a way, it was actually not a digital show. It was performed on Zoom, but the conversation about the fact that we were not together was kind of the show, you know what I mean? So in that sense, it was kind of, it was a very interesting experience, and I think we pulled it off. I really enjoyed it. I know the audience really enjoyed it. We had long conversations after the show. But how I'm feeling about taking on this thing, to do stuff online, I'm not really sure of it. It's an extremely exhausting thing to think about currently.